Hey, everybody, guess what? It's Thursday, and I am actually 1 minute early. Take that down. All right, so tonight we're going to do fun stuff. It's Thursday, buddy chat time, 5 o'clock in the mountains, and it's stormy and cloudy and cold outside. Um, Funny thing is, you turn the AC on like in the day, but this time of night, I'm kind of ready for the heat to be turned on. I know, it's a bad thing, a bad thing. All right, let's see if we can pull it up. Okay, yep. All right, hi, Heidi. How are you? Are you the first one on? Yay for you, Heidi. I'm looking over here for comments to see if I can bring them all together. Oh, stop it. Me and technology. We don't always agree. Okay, there we are. We have Lee, we have Teresa and Erla Faye. Wow. Wow. How's my day going? My day is so good. I love it. I love a good storm. Although I love the sunshine. I love the sunshine, but I love a good storm. I think it's a fun time to have things out. And Bill, you're not home yet. You are just partying forever. She's in Ketchikan. Is that how you'd say that? Never been there. We have Rhonda. Rhonda, I just saw you, didn't I? Rhonda lives, now don't take this wrong, Rhonda lives in heaven because she lives in Iowa. If you watch Field of Dreams, you know what I'm talking about. All right. You guys are having so much fun. And Leah says, is it Lee or Lee? It's probably Leah, not Leah. It's 97 in Florida. Wow. We won't see those temperatures until about July. Although one 4th of July, going to the parade, I had to wear a coat because it was so cold, so really cold. And I actually had a baby on the 4th of July one year. And guess what we named her? We named her Britain because she was born on the 4th of July and we got our independence from Britain. I mean, it just seemed right. In fact, that's the young lady you have probably met before. She was one that introduced our chickens that day. She's the one that likes to have her hair really short. And she's the one that cuts my hair, so who knows what it's going to be like. Hi, Janice. All right. Oh, Heidi, you had 107 degrees in May in Washington State? How did that happen? Washington is not that warm, I didn't think. I thought it was more like the even temperature. I just don't know. Snow tomorrow in Colorado? Whoa. Go back. Really? Snow? Well, we got some rain today, and usually our weather kind of drifts towards Colorado unless it goes around and around and around us. Whoever knows what it's going to do. Well, good luck with that snow. Tell that weatherman to look at the calendar, that's for sure. All right. You know what we're going to do today? We're going to talk about a lot of things. First of all, I want to talk about what we have coming up this week because some of my very favorite projects are coming up. Well, tomorrow we have a project on the tens. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I've got it all ready and it's going to be kind of cute. I think you'll like it. And next Thursday is the third class in Seems Simple. And when I say seems simple, that's exactly what they are. They're simple projects. This is what we're doing. This is one of my favorite projects. I just love this. It's a little more involved than the ones that we have done. The one we did this morning was the selvage zipper bag, and that was fun. Didn't take very long at all. This one's going to take a little bit longer, but it's not hard either. So there you go. Isn't that fun? That's going to be our project next Thursday. But on Tuesday, we have this. We are going to learn how to do crochet on the serger. Now, this right up here is just a bonus. It's just an applique. You don't have to do that part if all you want to do is learn how to do this, but this is kind of fun. So you'll need your sewing machine for this part, and you'll need your serger for this part. It's going to be fun. You can't do this on a sewing machine, not at all. The project on the 10 starts at 10 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. So I know you're in Iowa, Rhonda. So is that an hour different? I'm not really sure. All right, so we've talked about what's coming up. Let me tell you what else we're going to do. And this was something that just came together the other day. And I'm kind of excited about it. We lost one of our wonderful pattern designers in the sewing world recently. I don't know if it was a week ago. It would be Jane Hawley from Lazy Girl Designs. So this is the lady. She passed away. And it was really kind of sad. At least I think it is. She was young, relatively young. She was in her 50s. That's really too young to be passing away. And she had this wonderful empire that she had. I love her designs. So to honor her and her memory, we are going to, I think it's June 13th, we are going to have 2 classes of some of my favorite projects from her designs. This is one of them, and this is the other. All right, and here they are in real life. I love this little bag, such a fun little bag. Look how sweet that is. You can put so many fun things in it. I really got excited about this one. The next one is the banana bag, and it looks like this. Isn't that fun? Just like a banana. All right, we're going to do these 2 projects, and here's the catch. You have to go to her website to purchase the patterns because we're honoring her, right? Go to her website, purchase the patterns, and then come back here and we will sew them together on the 13th of June. Now, I've given you lots of time to get ready and get your pattern and get it. It's actually a downloadable, so you can have it tonight if you wanted to. And get your fabrics together. These are really easy ones, fun ones to do. But here's what we're going to do. We are going to take the proceeds from the class, and we're only going to charge $7. So we're going to drop our cost down by half. And we're going to donate those proceeds to a women's shelter that teaches women how to sew. I thought that would be so perfect. So, I mean, wouldn't she be happy if that's what we did? You're going to go buy her pattern, and then you're going to come back and sew with me, and we're going to donate the proceeds. And I think these 2 little projects are so fun, and you'll love sewing them. You will really love it. You're going to learn how to put that zipper in just one side of it. Remember how we've done that before? If you've done it with me before, it's just one side of the zipper, and I changed the zipper head. Whoops. And I really, really like it. So if you will consider doing that for me, and if you want to just donate money, you can just donate money. But you know what? You're going to get a project out of it anyway. It's going to be fun. You're going to like it. Okay, we'll set that aside. We'll talk about that some more if you have any questions about it, or if you want to know more, or maybe there's a different design you'd like to sew up. We're going to do both of those in one day. So one's at 9 o'clock in the morning, one's I think at 1. They're on the website. After we finish here, and maybe by later tonight or in the morning, I will post a link to it on this Facebook page. But you can go to the website. You can find it anyway. It's there, and you'll be able to see it. But I will post a link as a little reminder, and we'll talk more about that later. But I love her designs. I really do. Go in and browse what she's got there. She's got some really fun stuff. She even has some free patterns if you're interested in that. And her designs are really easy to follow. Let me pull this out because I kind of like them. I think this was the first thing I was drawn to. She talks about doing that zipper. And you know, I love zippers. But see, everything in there, there's pictures for everything. She is a great designer. You'll really like what she does. All right. It's just so sad when we lose somebody like that. But I thought, who would be most deserving to get a donation for? And I think I have a real soft spot in my heart for ladies who really want to make a go in life. They want to improve themselves. They want to find a way to support their family, right? And maybe they're on their own. Maybe they don't have someone else to help with feeding the kids. And so I thought a women's shelter, and they're teaching them, they've got sewing machines there for them that they can use, and they're teaching them how to use that machine. And maybe it's just to darn their clothes. Maybe it's to sew a dress for their little girl. I don't know, but what a great thing to do. I really love that charity. I think it's a wonderful one. Okay, we are going to today talk about, the pattern name. They are going to be the sweet pea pods and the banana bag. So, and they are on my website, and I've got a link on there to her page. So the sweet pea pods and the banana bag. They're fun. They really are fun. In fact, I chatted with Alice this morning. We were just getting ready for our class to start, and I was in the process of sewing this one together. So I hadn't made this one before, even though I was really liked it, and I've had the pattern for a really long time. I hadn't personally made it. So I made it this morning while I was waiting for the class to start. And I was just finishing the quilting on it when we started the class. So I had to quickly put it away. And so I finished it after. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's talk about what we're going to do right here. This is called ruching. Some people call it puffing, but it's the same thing no matter what you call it. It's easy. It's fun to do. This one I did on the sewing machine. And this one is going to be in a class coming up. This one I did on the serger. So you can see that they are really the same thing. You can do it on both machines. I have done a full quilt with these in the blocks, and it was so fun, but I gave the quilt away. So I don't have it here for you to show you, but you can see you can do so much with ruching. I love ruching. It's a fun thing to do. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do it because it's that easy. Let me see. We have a question. And Bill, you said zipper recommended. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. So her name is Joan Holly from Lazy Girl Designs. And this one calls for a 14-inch zipper. And I believe in this one, I used a 20-inch zipper. Let me look what she suggests. She suggests a 22-inch zipper. I used a 24 because that's all I had in the color that I wanted. But they are fun. They are easy. And there are little bags that you will use. There's no doubt. I mean, this cute little one, the sweet pea pod, you could fit a whole bunch of little wonder clips in it. And you could travel with it. You could fit some chocolate in it and take it with you. This is just really a fun little bag to make. The size of the zipper, let me go over that again. This one right here calls for a 16-inch zipper, and you can always have them longer. Longer is never bad. I wouldn't use a handbag zipper because they're really just too heavy. And this one right here calls for a 22-inch zipper, which I used a 24. So, they work. And one thing that you will need to know that if you decide to get a zipper head that's different, like this one right here, one zipper will make two because you're only using one side of the zipper. And you have enough fabric to make two pea pods. If you're going to get a different head, either get two zippers from the same manufacturer or buy extra zipper heads from the same manufacturer. You can't interchange with different manufacturers. They have to be the same. Okay? That's the only catch on that. Make sure you get the same ones. I love this. I even love the fabric. Fun, huh? Fun fabric. Perfect for that. All right. Do we have any other questions? Hi, Wendy and Linda. Linda, you want to learn the ruching? Okay, let's start with the sewing machine. I'm going to turn you around here And I have just a strip of fabric, right, like this, and I'm going to gather down both sides. That's all ruching is. That's it. Ruching or puffing, whatever you want to call it. And I know that, oh, I better turn my light off. I know that this angle is not going to be the best, but for me to use it on StreamYard like we're doing like this on Facebook, this is really the only angle I can give you. So use your imagination, huh? Okay, I'm not going to really pull my threads out. I don't need to. All I'm going to do is gather down this side of the fabric. Then I'm going to gather down this side of the fabric. And what I'm going to do is, being a straight stitch, I am going to increase my length up to the longest length. And this will work on any machine. So it doesn't matter if you have a $100 machine or a $10,000 machine. It will work on your machine, as long as you can lengthen your stitch. And I don't know of any sewing machine where you can't lengthen your stitch. Increase your length to the very highest number and increase your tension to the very highest number. On my machine, my tension is at a 9 and my length, it is at a 5. And look what it does. I just broke my thread. Not a problem. I'm going to actually take that and I'm going to pop it open because I'm going to start over again. I don't know why my thread broke, but it did. I just put a new needle in. Oh, my heck. I just put a new needle in, which sometimes, if it's not a good needle, it will break your thread. So if this happens again, I'm going to change my needle out. Someone had a question just yesterday about their thread breaking when they were embroidering all the time, and they found out it was just the needle. That's all it was. And I do want to point out that this technique works better on a lighter weight fabric. If you were trying to do this with a denim, there is another way you can gather, but it wouldn't be exactly like this. Okay. I am once again going to go down the side. Now, I would leave my threads longer if I thought maybe I wanted to gather it more, but I'm not going to today. This one's gathering pretty good. I think one day I'm going to have to show you how to gather with denim, because that's a good way to do it too. And on the second side, I'm going to go a little slower because I have all of this bunched up. All right, there I go. I have my piece all gathered. Now, to get that ruching, you see how that is all uneven? The way I'm going to even it out is I'm going to just simply tug straight across. And you can see how that evens it right out. And there I go. I've got me a nice ruched piece. And of course, this one's pretty small. I'm not quite sure what I would do with something this small. I would definitely want it to be longer. But there you have that one. Does anybody have any questions on how that comes together? You guys are so quiet today. Not too many questions, huh? I have no questions. That means it's perfect. You know exactly what to do, right? All right, here's my ruched on my sewing machine. Let's go to the serger. I'll show you how that one works. And I'm going to move you clear over. And I hope I don't drop you. All right, this time I'm on my serger. And you can see right here, I have a similar piece of fabric. And it's going to go inside. Oh, you know what? I'm going to lower you. Hope you don't get sick on me here. I'm going to lower it. Maybe I'll just move that, because I want you to be able to see what we're doing. Oh, yeah, that's better. All right, so I have this piece of fabric, but now I've got a 3-thread overlock going on, and I'm going to increase my length to to a 4, which is the highest this will go. And I'm going to move my differential feed up to a 2. Now that would be the tension, considered the tension in the serger. And here I go. This is going to be a little noisier. I've got my blade on because it really doesn't matter. I've got one side all gathered. Just like that, I'm going to go down the other side. And once again, the second side, I'm going to take it just a little bit slower. And there I go. I have my ruffle, but you can see it's not even again. So all you do is you tug just to get those. I'm going to open that up in just a sec. And there you go. That is nice and even. All right. So let's come on over and talk about that. Do you have questions on how that was done? It is really easy, so totally easy. And yet you're going to get pretty much the same result with your sewing machine and your serger. So it doesn't matter what you do it in, you could do it. In fact, this little bag, not only did I make this one on the sewing machine, I have used this exact same pattern to do a bag in a serger class, and they have completely put this on. In fact, we put a little row of piping along there on a serger. So if there's anything you want to put some ruching in, just find a place, stick it in, because it's really kind of fun. What if you want it tighter together? Okay, that's where I was going to say, leave your threads a little longer so you can get a hold of them and pull it. And you know how to do it on the sewing machine. You're going to pull either, it doesn't really matter if you pull the bobbin or the needle thread. You're just going to pull on that one and just tighten those gathers up a little bit more. And on the serger, you're going to leave the needle thread longer. And you're going to, let me pull that out here. The way you can tell what the needle thread is that you'll see you've got your threads like this, okay? That is the threads from your serger. If you pull on those threads, you're going to be able to identify which one the loopers are, because the loopers wind back and forth, so they're longer. So once you pull all those out there, then you're going to know the short thread is your needle, and that's the one you're going to be pulling on to pull it tighter. That's all you do. So easy to do. Okay, questions? Who said that? Teresa. Thank you. Teresa, I need to be able to see your name up here. I can't. I have to look down at my phone to find you. All right, so are you going to think of a project you can use ruching in? Why don't tomorrow start showing me the projects you're going to do that you're going to put ruching in? I mean, let's see what you got in mind, because I'd love to see it. We got Joyce that's joined us. That's great. Love to have you. Hey, Carla. Don't do that. Carla, my neighbor down the street, is with us. And Shiloh Horman. We have lots. And Donna. Okay, I missed your names. Wendy. I missed your names when I was sewing my stuff. All right, if you don't have any questions, we're going to be talking more about, I just threw them in the back. We're going to be talking more about this Joan Hawley event we have coming up. And I want to call it an event because to me, it is an event. I really like this lady, and I just hate to see people leave us a little too early. And when I see her projects, they are just fun and they're catchy. I mean, you can make these up for a little project for your neighbor, your friend, whatever. It only takes, both projects take a 10-inch square of fabric. This will take 2, this will take 2. That is it. And they are so fun and easy to do. and you'll find out because we're gonna sew them together. When you look at the instructions, you can say, "Oh, I can't do that. I don't understand. I'm not gonna do that." Whatever, you know? Easy. I'll show you how easy it is. It's not hard at all. All right, and then we talked about this is our next project for Seems Simple because they are simple, right? Seem simple. And then we have the crochet coming up too. I love this. I can't wait to show you how to do this. I can't wait to have you be successful doing this. I can't wait. I want you to love that serger. And in just a few more weeks, we have our serger salad, and that's 4 projects on the serger that you can do. And they're easy projects. We're gonna move into some harder ones later, but these are gonna be easy because I want you to get ready for it. Oh, did you really? Linda said she just downloaded one of her patterns the day before she passed. Which pattern did you purchase? I've got a whole stack of her patterns. I really love them. I think she's just a clever lady. I really, really liked it. And I like the fact that um, maybe we can help someone else and encourage other people to sew. Uh, in the early days when I was younger, and I think I posted a picture and asked how young you guys were when you started to sew. And I've tried to get my granddaughters at 7 years old to sew because I think it's that important. They need to have that skill. And I posted that funny picture of me. I think I was 12. And that's about when I started to sew in 4-H. And I just think it's important. And there are ladies that don't have that skill and they have little children, and maybe they're trying to find a way to make some money. Maybe they're just trying to find a way to improve themselves, to feel good about who they are and what they can do. And if they can learn a skill, um, then wouldn't that be great? If they could learn a skill like this, and maybe they already have the skill, but don't have a sewing machine. They can go into the shelter and they can sew and they can make things for their kids or for themselves or for whatever they want to do. I think that kind of gets me excited. I really like that. All right. I think we've covered a lot of stuff today. And if you don't have any questions, I wish you guys are being really quiet today. Not quite sure what's going on out there. For me, I've been working in my yard this last week until I can't mow anymore. We have a big yard and there's a lot of grass to mow, a lot of weeds to get, and we don't even have the garden in yet. So every week I'm going to have to go out there and do that. It's crazy. All right. Unless you have questions, and if you want to post more questions later on, maybe you'll watch this later and you'll have questions that you want to ask or comments, please do, because I definitely go back and I watch them and I read your comments and because I love to connect with you. This has been a really fun day, and tomorrow's going to be fun because we are going to do Project on the Tens at 10 o'clock. You be here and I'll be here. Heidi said she planted her flowers in the rain. I thought that Janice wants to know what thread you should use when you free motion quilt. I use my regular thread. I don't change my thread out at all. I just use what I've got going on. And sometimes it's the thread that matches is what I'm looking for. The itty bitty bag. I have that one, Linda. That one's a fun one. The itty bitty bag. She has a lot of great patterns, and I encourage you to go look at what she's got. And really, she has free ones. If you want to just sell something free, they're fun and they're easy and they're fun little quick projects that you can do. So Linda has a lot of her patterns also. Okay, Sally, you joined us. Glad to have you here. Well, I think we're going to sign off for today. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock because I am ready to go. Okay? I will see you then. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining. Love having you here.